Hello everybody. What are we getting into today? Stick around and find out. It's going to be fun. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it and would love to see you come back again and again. Okay, today I am going to have a really fun, I hope, play with some new products that I got in. They are decorative art rollers, and they are by the Artistic Painting Studio. My friend Jennifer Furguson is the creator of these, and they're called Fauxy, F-A-U-X, Fauxy rollers. They come in, as you can see, a ton of different patterns. And then she also has another style that is a stamping roller. But you can kind of basically do the same thing with either one. It just depends on how much of what kind of application you are planning on using it for, I guess. But I just got the Fauxy rollers. I have 3. I have this really cool, this one is called Baroque. And then I have Crocodile, which to me is also kind of like a crackle. She has an actual crackle style one as well, but I thought that might serve both purposes. And then this really cool one that has the small circles and then the large ovals. So I thought today, I have a Canva artboard here by Canson. They come on a pad. It's really rigid. You can probably see the edge there. They're pretty thick. So I thought it would be fun to work on this and just kind of play and see what we can get this roller to do so that we know what applications we want to use it in, whether it be in an art journal or on a canvas. I'm also really anxious to try it with both alcohol ink and cold wax and oil paint. So that will probably be a follow-up video or two with the, did I say alcohol ink? I meant the jelly plate. I don't know why I said alcohol ink. I guess I have alcohol ink on the brain today. You know, I want to use it on the jelly plate and then also with the cold wax. So I will do additional videos when I play with those. But right now I'm going to try 2 different applications on here. I want to try it with texture medium, which is one of the things that they were designed to be used with. Most of the time these rollers are used as applicators or design tools for faux painting for on walls, you know, in homes or commercial places of business. But I thought it might be fun to bring them down a little bit to our mixed media world here and see what we can do just on an artboard. I think this one might be really fun on the jelly plate to make some really cool jelly printed monoprints. And but anyway, I wanted to try it with some texture medium and then also with some acrylic paint with glazing medium. So I'm going to get those things ready and I will be back. Okay, I have mixed some heavy body acrylic. These are the Arteza acrylics. I mixed phthalo blue with a little bit of black because I wanted a really nice dark background. So I'm going to get this down and then I will mix, that's the wrong one, I showed you gold instead of black. I'm going to use this metallic gold Arteza paint with some glazing fluid. It's an extender, it slows down the drying time and it makes the paint more translucent. I'm going to mix these as my glaze layer. So I'm just going to get one side of this board. I taped it off and I think I'll do one side with the texture medium and then we'll try the glazing on the other side. So I'm going to get the background down and dried for the glazing technique. Okay, I have my glaze mixed up It's about a 50-50 ratio of the heavy body acrylic with the glazing medium. And I am going to roll it on with a small roller and let it tack up just a little bit. You don't want it to be dry in any spots, but you also don't want it to be real juicy. So just kind of a happy medium in between there. And when we get to that stage, I'll come back. Okay, I think this is dry enough or tacky enough. I'm not real sure, but I am going to just start here and apply pressure and go slowly right up. Maybe not. The roller will slide through the paint instead of rolling through if it's too wet. I'm just going to roll it off onto my paper over here. Move this tray. Line up the edge over here, and I'm just going to go with this edge. Yeah, I'm sliding. Not going to try to come down here. Maybe that works a little bit better. And because this is such a small area, you can see right there where it slid and I lost the pattern. And can you see? Yeah, you can see. It makes a really cool pattern. You can also roll. This is the negative, so I'm putting the paint on and then the roller's taking it off. But I can also roll the roller into paint and do the positive and apply the pattern with the roller instead of taking it away from the background. But I think it's really cool. I'm just going to go over it. I know it's not going to line up. I just want to see if we just slid again. See, right there you see the little marks. I may be pushing too hard, or my glaze is just not tacked up enough, so I should have waited a little longer. But I think it's really cool. Now I'm planning on using this board for a mixed media piece. So I don't really care about the little skid marks. I was just looking for more texture in my background. I don't know. It's going to take a little bit of practice. I don't know if I'm pushing too hard or, like I said, my glaze just isn't tacked up enough. It's just a little too wet that I get to a certain point. There's probably more glaze right in there where it keeps sliding. So, and then I can just take this and wash it with soap and water and it'll be all good for the next time. So I'm going to just pick this up. I can put it back down so you can see it closer. It's really, really cool. Really great way to get texture over a large area really quickly. I'm really looking forward to playing with this a lot more. I'm going to put this back down where it was so that we can try the texture paste on this side. So I'm going to dry this so I don't get into it, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I base coated this opposite side of the board. Well, I moved my tape over so that I didn't have a white space down the center, because I'm not real sure what I'm going to. I know I'm going to do mixed media piece on here, but I have no clue what. So I knew I didn't want a white stripe down the middle. And this maybe be the top. I may turn it the other way. Anyways, I base coated it with the same color, with just the, this is phthalo blue. I didn't add any black to it. I wanted a little more brightness because I knew I was going to cover it up with the texture paste. I just have my tub of homemade texture paste here. It's fairly thick, as you can see. Now if you were doing this on a wall, you would want to trowel this on with the trowel. But since we're doing this little spot, and I don't know where my trowel is. I have one, I just don't know where it is. I'm just going to smooth this on with the plastic scraper. I want a pretty good amount because I want the roller to be able to leave an impression in what's here. And just remember, this is a test, an experiment, like everything I do is an experiment. But I wanted to share these cool rollers with you guys, and I will let you know though that if you're planning on doing a larger piece and you want to use the rollers, Jennifer does carry her own brand of, I think it's her own brand of texture paste in like larger containers, so keep that in mind. I will put her link in the description box so you can go check out all the different roller designs and the stamping rollers and all the good stuff she has. I'm making a mess off the board. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to get some of this off, and maybe I can get some off the edge over here, maybe. I don't really want any marks because I want all of the roller texture to be what's showing, at least so you can see it. That's dry. Okay. I'm going to use the same roller. I'm going to start at the top here, and I'm just going to go very slowly. I'm not pushing real hard. I'm not getting the pattern on this side, probably because I'm not pushing real hard. And then I'm going to roll the excess off over here on my paper. And I'm probably going to, you know what, let me grab, I don't know if paper towels will stay in place, but I didn't think about this. Didn't plan very well, but I'm just going to do that and line it up and go down here. Yeah, see, I'm pushing harder and I'm getting the pattern there. I'm going to flip it around, give myself some room over here, and go down this edge. And I'm kind of off of the edge of the board, so I'm getting real even pressure. But you can see what great texture that left. I think you can see it. I'm going to untape it here in just a second, and I will lift it up for you. Cover this up so I don't get into it. Actually, I think I'm going to try to wipe some of this up before I take the board off. And I'm not being real precious with this board because I know if I use it for mixed media now, a lot of, no matter what I do, it's always all over me. If I use it for mixed media, I know at least some of it's going to be covered up. This will be my background. Get rid of the tape. Maybe. Get off my finger. And I'm just going to wipe this up a little bit. Okay. But just look at that cool texture. I think it's awesome. You see a whole wall. Now it does, depending on the thickness of the texture paste, the roller does lift peaks. Let me see if I can tip this so you can see it. See how it's lifted up? When it's dry, I can come back with a piece of sandpaper and just knock some of those peaks down if I want to. Or maybe I want to leave them, you know, it depends on what you're doing and what you're using it for. This is going to take a long time to dry, so I'm going to have to leave it here. I'm going to start on another project, so I am going to clean all of this up, and then I'll come back and maybe we'll play with the jelly plate.